Welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. I'm Mike, and today I have a very special discussion / video review for all of you guys. And what we're going to be talking about primarily is not the G.I. Joe Classified Series figures that you see in front of you. We're going to be discussing this. This is the prototype armaments pack from Valaverse for the Action Force 6-inch line of figures. And I'm really excited to have this in hand. Really appreciate Bobby Vala sending this out to me because I really was looking forward to getting one of these and reviewing it, as well as modifying the classified figures that you see in front of you. Now, for those of you who do not know anything about Action Force or Valaverse, Action Force is an upcoming line of 6-inch figures by Mr. Bobby Vala. And they have their own tie-in comic series, which has also been released. If you don't know anything, go check out their website at valaverse.com. Look them up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like and subscribe, follow, and check out all the awesomeness that is Action Force, because it is unlike anything that you have seen yet to date in a military figure, particularly a 6-inch scale. The storyline of the comics is just phenomenal. It's extremely realistic. It's gritty. It's just, when you put one down, you want to pick up the next one and read it. You just can't get enough of it. Really, really great storytelling. So this is the prototype armaments pack. There's 35 pieces in here, including edge weapons, sidearms, small arms. And you can see it's got the Crimson Shadow Technologies header at the top, and that is in regards to a new faction within the Action Force storyline. Now, the reason I have the 6-inch Classified Series Joes out here, I'm going to use them to demonstrate and test how the weapons work with them. But there is, a very stark contrast between the weapons that are included with the Classified Series and the Valaverse. We all grew up with G.I. Joe. I grew up with it beginning, was it 82, 83 when it was first released in the 3 3/4 inch scale, and the tie-in comics and cartoons. I mean, it's just awesome. I grew up playing G.I. Joe, Rambo, the whole 9 yards. It was my nickname. People still call me that. I'm 41 years old. So it's just crazy to have 6-inch G.I. Joe figures in front of us, but at the same time, they leave much to be desired. First and foremost, looking at these figures, they don't include display stands. Wonder Woman has a display stand. Batman has a display stand. G.I. Joe doesn't. Action Force figures include a display stand. Nice window box. Check out the page. You'll see what it looks like. Bio information on it. I mean, the whole 9 yards. But interchangeable hands, multiple accessories. And here we have the most fabled boys toy line in existence, and it just leaves much to be desired. And I'm not leaving you ladies out of this review, so don't take it to mean that. But my point is this: when you have a toy line as iconic as the Classified Series, there's a high expectation when you ratchet up what you're going to do with a toy line like this. When you're going to make the equivalent of the Black Series for G.I. Joe, you want to do it right. Okay, let's look at Duke, for example. Cool looking figure, but you'll notice some changes that I made. I painted the hard knuckle on his gloves to a granite gray. Why did I do that? Because they were red. That's just ridiculous. If you'll notice his watch, I painted it like a translucent blue, like you would normally find on a Casio or a Sunto. Why? That entire watch was a blaze orange, neon orange color. I painted the knee and shin armor because it was shiny gold. I tried to make him look dirty, like he'd actually been in combat. And all the figures include this, I guess it's a communicator, locator type thing. You hit it and SOS, help me, come get me, whatever. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Give them an M beater. I mean, my God, put a prick on there. Give them a plate carrier. They don't do that. They gave Duke a bandolier. No one in the military uses a bandolier. You won't see that unless you go to a third world country. His sidearm. Let's get that out of there so we can look at this up close. That's a Nerf gun. That's what it's molded after. His primary weapon. Part M4, part laser gun, all soft plastic, all warped as you can see, bent up. Let's look at Snake Eyes' submachine gun. It's a Nerf gun. It's a little bit stiffer than Duke's. Beachhead, most awesome G.I. Joe figure in existence, has a Nerf gun. Not an M4. He's carrying a Nerf gun. And you can see I've repainted it to try to make it look semi-realistic. That's ridiculous. G.I. Joe needs an upgrade. Let's see what Valaverse includes. Edge weapons, knives, sickles, combat axe, sidearms, submachine guns. That's an MP7. There's an MP5 SD6 in there. There's an AK in there. There's a sawed-off shotgun for somebody crazy like Gung Ho. There's a Chris Vector in there. Look. You got a 30 mic grenade launcher. A 48's in there. That'll work real good with roadblock. You got M4s in here. You got a Mark 25 in there. Let's take that out. I'm really crazy about Eclipse. I like her. I think she's going to be a cool character. Oh, what's this? Removable magazines. Check this out. Look at this. Oh God, they're symmetrical. I know, I'm cynical and sarcastic. It just comes natural. Look at that. Scarlet is a counterintelligence officer. So she would be the Joe equivalent to Eclipse. And by the way, the Joe figures do not have the same level of articulation as the Action Force figures. The Joes, I think, have 18 or 20 points of articulation. The Action Force has over 30. But still, I mean, doesn't that look better than that goofy crossbow that she comes with? All she needs now is a holster for a sidearm. And, you know, that's just worlds better than what she's included with. You know, check that out. Look at this. Mark 16 Motto Scar with an aim point and a suppressor. Magazine. Boom. Look at that. Now, doesn't that look better than this? And I realize there's a Wave 2, a redeco of Wave 1 classified. It doesn't matter because their weapons are still crap. Who wants to play with a toy that's got a bent barrel on it? And to think, you know, I sit there and wasted $20 on an action figure, and that's what I got when I could have this. What about a sidearm for Duke? Check it out. Look at all these handguns. H&K. MP7. That's going to Snake Eyes. You got Sergeant Slaughter's hand cannon in here. You guys see that? Look at all the detail on that. And if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember. No, I don't think that the wheel opens on it. Look, there's a Desert Eagle. Look at that. Look at the detail on it. Accessory rail. Here we go. 1911. Let's see if that fits in Duke's holster. It's a little bit small. Let's try something else. Let's try the Desert Eagle. Perfect fit. How about that? Beachhead. You got to have something real. M4 with a Mark 203 grenade launcher. Not to mention the fact their backpacks constantly come off. You won't have that problem with the Action Force figures. I've seen their backpacks. I know what they look like. And unlike the G.I. Joe backpacks, they actually open up and hold accessories. I'm having a lot of difficulty getting his fingers to open. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? I can hear someone now. You forgot to put a magazine in it. No, I didn't. Check that out. Beachhead sidearm. Tried to repaint it. It's also a Nerf gun. Lose it. Look. It's a Glock 17. Heck yeah. I mean, just look at that. Snake Eyes. We'll give him this MP7. That's what he had in the movie. G.I. Joe Retaliation. That's what he was using. Look. I mean, it's just awesome, you know? And I'm going to be honest with you. There's no financial reason why Hasbro couldn't do this. None. There's no excuse why they couldn't give you hard plastic weapons. I mean, that's just incredible. Edge weapons, look. I mean, I'm going crazy over here because I love knives. You got like a Bowie survival knife there. You got this sickle. I'll save that for a Cobra Trooper. Combat axe, that's something Beachhead would have. Slice somebody right down the middle of their skull. Here's a combat knife. Look at the detail on it. You're like, it's molded black plastic. Yes, it is. And you can also paint it. Let's open this pack up. Look at this Chris Vector. That is sick. I mean, that is awesome. And that's going to be the weapon for the Swarm Trooper. You've got your AK with detachable magazines. Cobra Trooper. Yeah, I need like 10 or 12 of these packs, Bobby. 10 or 12 is what I need to buy. Just so I can get that. MP5 SD6. With Picatinny rail. Aim point sight. That's incredible. .30 Mike grenade launcher. Look at that. Your 48. And look, detachable box magazine. Let me get this on here. Yeah, I've got it on there backwards. There we go. And it also includes this bipod. Now look at that. That would look awesome with roadblock. So you guys see the difference is like night and day with these figures. You see how awesome these Action Force weapons look. And, you know, they just give entirely more character and lifelikeliness to these figures. And the same holds true with the Action Force line. You know, when you see the Steel Brigade figures with the M4 or the Scar, I mean, it's just incredible, you know, and it makes it, you know, so much more fun to play with. And for those of you guys that customize and do toy photography like I do, I mean, it just really gives you something to work with, you know, and it's not in any way an attempt to bash Hasbro or any other company. The reality is they just chose not to do this, you know, and Valaverse is a startup company, and they are already light years ahead of what Hasbro is doing. You know, they are giving the fans exactly what they deserve and what they want. They're giving you quality 6-inch scale action figures with incredible articulation and detail, extra hands, all the accessories you could want. You see the weapons, I mean, that come with these figures. And again, look at the Chris Vader. I mean, I can't get over that. It's got an EOTech on it, an extended suppressor on it. I mean, just incredible. And the level of detail on that gun. And, you know, again, there's Sergeant Slaughter's hand cannon here. So, you know, there's just a lot here, you know, that speaks for itself in the level of detail. You know, and I mean, it's just awesome. You know, and I think this pack sells for like $30 on the website. It's entirely worth it. You know, if I had the money and were allowed to, I'd order 10 of them. I mean, they're that awesome. You know, look at this Gurkha. I mean, just look at the detail in it. $19.11. And you can see your slide lock there, your hammer, your ejection port. And I wind up repainting some of these weapons, maybe just dry brushing them with a metallic dry brush on some parts. But that aim point comp sight, look at that. I mean, it's just completely realistic. Even the sights on this gun are accurate to what H&K puts on their rifles. Everyone knows that rotary dial rear sight, you know, and that hooded front sight. It's on the MP5s, it's on the 416, the 417. I mean, these are all just incredible. Handgun with integral suppressor. I mean, just crazy. You know, awesome accessories. And, you know, again, and there's a side-by-side of the AK and what Hasbro gives you with Duke. You know, if I worked at Hasbro, honestly, I'd be putting in an application with Valaverse. I would. Because these are just things that I couldn't accept. You know? I really couldn't. You know, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. It doesn't matter what it is. Raking leaves outside, taking out the trash, washing dishes, making action figures, whatever. It's going to be done right. And I'm going to compare these two because if you were to say anything was futuristic looking, it would be this sidearm. I don't know exactly what that gun is, but it still looks light years better than what Hasbro gives you. Here's an MP5 compared with this Nerf gun that Beachhead gets. I mean, honestly. So, you know, you guys can see this for yourself. This is what you're getting with Action Force figures. And these weapon packs are up on the Action Force website. Each individual is allowed to purchase one pack only. If you try to purchase multiple packs, Bobby's going to cancel your order altogether. Not just additional one, he's going to cancel your whole order. That's to give everyone an opportunity to own one of these. Because I assure you, they are not going to last long. The comics are up on the website. I think they're $5 each. There may still be some prints up as well of the artwork that they've done for this series, like the Steel Brigade figure, Eclipse. I think Sergeant Slaughter was one of them. I know Condor was one of them. So if you guys haven't already checked out the Valaverse website, you need to do that. And if you have classified series figures, you need to go buy one of these packs, because I'm telling you, it is worth every cent. And, you know, unfortunately, if you're like me and you own the classified series, you have to go out to a third party and buy display stands for them. You know, I keep all of my figures individually in one of these. That's Scarlett's little container that I keep her in. And, you know, I gave her an extra rifle that I had from another Duke figure. And you can see that it's also warped beyond reason. Here's her crossbow. That's Beachhead's crossbow. Here's Scarlett's. It comes apart. And when you take the bow off, it looks like a blaster from Star Wars. It's got a miniature like EOTech and a magnifier behind it. Why would you use that on a crossbow? But that's just me. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video review. If you have comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. If you have questions for me personally about the customs and things that I do, you can email me at darkhorizoncreations@gmail.com. If you haven't, please follow, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and my Instagram, Dark Horizon Creations. I have a lot of guys out there that I interact with, and fans from around the world, you know, other collectors, toy photographers, and people. I love meeting people from all walks of life and sharing our passion for toys and science fiction and fantasy and the military and things like that. It's always good to sit down and discuss things. And, you know, we've all been through a lot this past year with COVID. A lot of people are hurting and suffering out there. Remember them in your prayers. And again, check out the Valaverse website. Go on there, purchase their products. Pick up this armaments pack. 35 pieces. It's like 30 bucks. It's well worth it. Check out the comics. If you haven't pre-ordered the figures, you need to take advantage and do that. Check out each one of those that they have on there. There's going to be, I think, some extras in the first shipment, and the figures should start shipping, I think, the end of March. 1st of April is when they begin to ship out. And you can email Bobby if you have any questions. There's a contact link on the website, and he will respond and answer your questions. So thanks, guys, for watching the video. Stay tuned. There's more to come.